Like, will you sit down? You look fine.
Okay. What's up, guys? We're here.
Now he's like, wait, I have to take a picture. Hold on, man.
Gen to gen. No, is it actually like that? You can't. Oh yeah. No. But can that angle see it?
He's got a duck tail. Duck
Does
tail.
the angle see it?
Duck tail.
We're good. Okay, it's just because you're taller, so you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, so here we are, Gen to Gen, episode, I don't know, is this episode 3?
This is episode 3.
Or are we labeling episode? Okay, so before we start the episode.
Oh, you're going to talk about the pizza?
Yeah, we have to talk about,
here we go.
Our man here orders.
Not me.
Not Matt.
The producer, John. John, the failure of a producer.
He orders 2 pizzas. Okay.
For 5 people, which is fitting.
Okay, right. Okay, so you order 2 pizzas. He orders 2 cheese pizzas for 5 grown-ass men. 2 cheese pizzas. And by the way, not even like a bougie cheese. It's not even like, oh, this is a nice 6 cheese. There's Munster. There's like, no.
Provolone.
No provolone. No, this is 2 regular-ass Domino's 2 cheese pizzas he orders for us. Like, like a crazy person. It's general principle. You order 1 pepperoni pizza, and then you have a cheese pizza for the crazy people that don't like eat meat. But I can't even believe. What were you thinking? Tell us.
I was trying to do the path of least resistance. I don't know you guys. We're forming a relationship.
What I hear is lazy. That's what I hear.
I feel bad because I got to take responsibility too. He asked me. He was like, "What are you into? Is this plain fine?" I was like, "Yeah, just plain fine with me."
Oh my god.
I blame Matt.
I will take the blame for some of it.
It's Matthew's fault.
You get
I'm sorry.
Even if you get half pepperoni.
But
I don't understand how you.
I liked
learned my
meat
lesson.
growing up.
He ordered 2 cheese pizzas. Like we're a 10th grade, like a 10-year-old birthday party. You know what I mean?
I appreciate cheese
And it's
pizza
a
because at the end of the
potluck.
day, even if someone likes eating meat, for instance, prime example, I loved eating meat growing up. Still do every now and then, but I don't like pepperoni pizza until just recently in my life.
You would have had the cheese pizza.
I know.
The rest of us in here would have been like, y'all all. And this is what happened too. It's 2 boxes, right? We all did this. We opened up the first one and went, oh, that's the bullshit cheese pizza. Okay. And then we went to the second one like, this gonna be the pepperoni. You know what I mean? Yeah. We went to that one like, oh, this gonna be the pepperoni. Yeah. Open it up like, it's another cheese pizza. If you ever order 2 pizzas again,
You gotta. I offered to cook up some bacon. I tried.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, let me go to the kitchen and like imagine, guys, imagine
if I come in with the bacon.
Yeah, he's gonna go like, let me go make some bacon real quick." That made it even worse.
Yeah.
All right.
It was no win. All right. So we're learning.
Yeah. Welcome to Gen to Gen.
Welcome to Gen to Gen, episode 3. We're gonna just number them at this point.
When you order pizza, how about you, Matt? When you order pizza, like if you have friends over, what do you? Because this is so different too now. Yeah. Because you guys have. Generational thing is like having Grubhub, DoorDash,
everything.
all these kinds of things. You could just order food on the fly. Like there was a time when that was like only rich people did that kind of stuff.
ordered pizzas.
No, getting like groceries delivered, getting food delivered. That was like a luxury.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the only time you would order, it would be like really cheap kind of food you would order. It'd be pizza, it'd be Chinese food.
What about the
Thai food?
Was there a milkman? Am I like weird for
that's
asking
really
that?
old. That's really old.
Really
it's
old.
old school. But they used to have the milk was delivered. I don't know why. Actually.
Yeah, why was that specifically
I
delivered?
have no idea. We'll have
It's like
to
the
look that up.
mail. It's like mail being delivered to your home, but milk.
Yeah. So now,
Do you get a choice? Like, what do you tell the milkman or woman? Hey, next time bring half chocolate.
I wonder.
Did they have chocolate milk back then?
We need a research team to somebody to be like, why?
Yeah, they had milk chocolate, and
Can we put that on the screen? Like, why milk was delivered? Is there a Wikipedia on like milk being delivered? But what I'm saying is like, so now this is great for your generation because you had be at a party and you could be like, who wants sushi? And then you just like order and then like great sushi shows up, But like that's not how it was. It was always just like pizza or you had to barbecue.
Yeah.
Like this is like the accessibility of all the great foods right now is just pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely amazing, but it also kind of takes away like some of the joy of like getting in your car and going to get it. You get too comfortable with it. And
First of all, I'm gonna need to cut you off. But your privileged ass just got a car. Okay.
No.
You've been Ubering for like.
I'm gonna put a pin in that because I did not just get a car.
You just got a car.
I didn't just get a car. I just got my license. I've had.
You hear this guy? Oh my God.
I got my license the week I turned 23, but I've had my car since I was 16. Not saying I drove without a license. I never did. I always let family members, friends drive it.
You know what I mean.
But at the end of the day, yes, I was very acclimated to having food delivered to me.
Yeah, or even just like, so you were just Ubering everywhere for a long time.
Everywhere. Because the thing is when I first came to LA, it was Uber. But prior to me even moving to LA, I was just in 10th grade. And whereas when you're in like 9th grade, everyone's ready. They're 15 and a half in Virginia. So they're like, I gotta get my car, I gotta get my permit, gotta get my permit. And for me, I'm the second oldest in the grade. My friend who's the oldest, he already got his. So he was driving everywhere pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But me, for some odd reason, I'm just like, I'm good. I don't know why. I just didn't care to have it. I also knew I wouldn't be good behind the wheel.
You know what? I actually think it's better. Like, I just think I wish.
Yeah. I mean, my parents were driving me to parties too if I needed to go somewhere. And then next thing I know, I leave normal high school after sophomore year to do online classes and move to LA. Now I really don't need a car because it's Uber everywhere. And my brother's 2 years older than me. So when I'm a sophomore, he's a senior. He's driving to school anyway.
Oh, he probably hated you. Did you fight with your brothers a lot?
Every now and then, but
only on video games you guys fight.
Yeah, we would get in arguments, but that's because we're very competitive. But me and my brother Dylan, because we're only 2 years apart, that's like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like we really have a lot of in common. But same thing with me and Ryan, even though we're 7 years apart. And then same thing with
Kristen. But he's got a like older brother vibe though. Ryan's always like, Matt, I'll tell you what you need to do, you know.
But that's also because he also is my manager. So he plays that role as well. So it figuring that balance out. And
what would you call that? Because you have momager when it's your mom.
A brotherager.
When it's your brother, what do you call that?
Brotherager.
Or like a manotherer, or I don't know. We had to come up with something for that.
Man, brother.
Yeah, man, a brother.
Brother man.
It's got to be
brother man.
It's got to be brotherager.
Brotherager. Brotherager, yeah.
Is it brotherager?
He's my brotherager.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah. So that's like a thing that is different. I remember getting my license, and it was like a whole thing. And
well, if I went to normal college too, I would have definitely gone. If I stayed in high school, I would have literally. If I just stayed in Virginia one more year, I would have had to get my license.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh, I would have been able to get to school. My school was like 40 minutes away from where I lived. My high school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I went to.
Because in your brother, no one was going to school with you that was in your family anymore. So like when your brother was like a senior and you were a sophomore,
he graduated after that.
He had to take you. Right. So he had to take you. He must have hated that. That must have been annoying.
No, it was fun, man. I look back on
little
this.
Brothers here. Was he like that all the time?
And there was moments when like growing up, probably in like. When I'm in 4th grade and he's in 6th grade, he's middle school. I'm still in elementary. You know what I'm saying? Then there was like other cool moments when I was in 6th grade and he's in 8th grade. We're both middle schoolers now. And then there was like shifts where I could really start kind of hanging out with some of his friends. And his friends are like, that's not just Dylan's little brother anymore. That's Matthew. I started to get a name one day and I liked it. I was like, oh, I'm not just Lil Espo. I'm Matthew now.
That's what they call you? Lil Espo?
They called Dylan Espo and me Lil Espo. So like...
my nickname for you was always Sposa. Yeah.
So I have so many nicknames. There's
Well, welcome to Gen, everybody.
Welcome, everybody.
We had a pizza debacle.
Yeah, and that was a fun train. That was fun.
We're here. This is Erik Griffin.
Matthew Espinosa.
And we are Gen to Gen.
Yes,
Gen to
sir.
Gen,
Yes,
generation
sir.
to generation. And here we are again, episode 3.
Well, since we're talking about pizza, let me ask you, what is your perfect pizza? If someone was like, okay, Erik, hit me. Go.
I'll tell you what it's not.
Just cheese.
No, it just, I'm a foodie,
Mm-hmm.
I like, and there's actually a place on the west side. There's a couple places on the west side. One's called the Dough Room, and there's another place, the Loge, something. It's all about the bread.
Dude, same with bagels.
Yeah,
all about the bread, which means it's all about the water.
If they make listen to you. If they make a good sourdough crust and it's just fresh, there's nothing. It's like with a sandwich. Like a good sandwich, it ain't about the meat.
It ain't about the produce either.
It's none of that. It's all about that bread.
Yeah.
If that bread is delicious.
It's all about, always goes back to money. It's all about the bread.
All about that bread. So I'm kind of like, I think a good pizza, I don't know. I like light cheese.
Okay.
With pepperoni.
How much sauce though?
And
medium sauce, regular.
Spinach.
Wait, so you're talking right now light cheese,
spinach, There's sauce on it.
Okay. Are we talking Alfredo or normal tomato?
No, normal tomato.
Okay.
And some spinach.
So just
with garlic. Ooh.
So just wait, actual garlic cloves.
Just minced garlic.
So garlic, sauce, light cheese, and spinach.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I like other kinds of pizza too. Like I love.
That's your go-to.
That's a good go-to. If I just be like, okay, can you? There's this great place in Vegas. I just played Vegas where it's like a Subway style pizza place.
I know exactly, literally what you're talking about.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I forgot the name of the place, but you could go. You just walk down the line and go, okay,
is it in a
give me this.
Is it in a hotel?
It's in the MGM Grand.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And you just go this. I love that. I love a customizable pizza.
Yeah. How big was it? Was it like a?
It's a little.
It's a mini one.
Yeah,
The personal
mini
pan
one for yourself.
one.
Little personal for yourself. It's good. I like weird pizzas. Like again, I would like a good cheese pizza if it was like it's fancy.
Yeah, I see what you're
maybe
saying.
there's a little feta on it. There's some, some Munster. There's some Gouda on it. You know what I mean?
Some provolone.
Some provolone. It's not freaking Domino's cheese.
I can't hate on Domino's cheese though. It does smack.
Well,
Come
we'll
on.
see later when we go to the bathroom. We'll see how it's going. It is going to smack later because that's all for sure. Well, what's your? Give me your best pizza.
Well, since we're on this topic, I guess for me growing up, it was always cheese. I was just a normal. Just like at other parties, I hate hot dogs. Hated them.
Because you've been
always
11
will.
years old for
Always have.
24 years.
Yes, I will take that. I am partially 11 while also 90 at the same
Exactly.
time.
It's such a weird mix you have.
So yes,
So
at
cheese,
every
you're-
party, if it was not a cheese pizza or a cheeseburger, I was not eating it. I would eat the amount of times I've been at a party growing up, a birthday party, 10-year-old best friends, whatever, and it's hot dogs only.
Yeah.
And soda. My parents didn't let me drink soda till I was a teenager. So by that point, by the time I'm a teenager, I didn't even want to drink.
it. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna do that too if I have kids. No soda.
I'm very grateful for that because I don't even think of
Yeah.
But bro, I would have to eat buns of hot dogs. I would take the hot dog out and just eat bread with ketchup in it. That'd be my party experience of bread because I hate hot dogs.
Why?
I don't know. Just did not like them.
You got to get a good hot dog though.
But
I prefer a good sausage.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't mind sausage, but there's something about the taste of hot
taking
dogs.
a weird turn.
But I don't know. But at the end of the day, my perfect pizza was either cheese. But then there was a day when I had it was like bell peppers, onions, and tomatoes on it.
I don't like tomatoes, but okay, I feel you.
And I was like,
but I like
okay,
sun-dried
I'll try it.
tomatoes, but I don't like regular tomatoes.
Okay, yeah, that was I could see that being good too. But I don't know. I tried it and it was good, but I go back to the classic cheese, and I've recently got into pepperoni a bit.
Have you had a white pizza?
Yes.
That's good too.
That is good
right?
too. Isn't that there's some feta in there? I think probably too.
Whatever that is delicious.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It doesn't have usually a lot of sauce though.
Right.
Low on the sauce.
No, there's no sauce.
No sauce.
It's
then.
white sauce.
Yeah. Well, if it's white sauce, is it no sauce or white sauce?
You've been all over the world. Where's the best pizza for you? Because personally,
Paris was really good.
Ooh,
Paris
look how
had
you had
really
to drop Paris on us.
I mean, I could have dropped like Belgium or something. Maybe Amsterdam.
Paris. I've flown all over the world.
You brought it up. You literally put me in a scenario to roast
You didn't have
me.
to drop Paris
You
on
set
us.
it up. This is the comedian in you setting up a roast. So you've been all over the place. What about?
It wasn't gonna be.
I could have said
Paris.
Germany. You'd be like, oh, this guy's been to Germany.
Well, I've been to Germany too, but but we're talking about pizza. Okay, I'm thinking pizza. I'm thinking what's the go-to places? New York.
Are you talking chain though?
Chicago.
That's the biggest
These
thing.
are the things people always talk about. New York, Chicago. To me, all that shit is overrated. Okay, like to me, like I've been to New York so many times. I'm going to New York this week. I'm going to be in New York, and I've had pizza, and I've never had pizza in New York where I went, wow, this is so good. Mm-hmm. It's just like, oh, this is pizza. Mm-hmm. Chicago, same thing.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I never fully got the whole like deep dish craze. It's good personally. I like it. It's not bad, but like
it's more like a quiche.
I just like the cheese on top first, and then the sauce, and then I think that's just I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm like wrong, but it's subjective. You know what I'm saying? That's the deep dish where it's the sauce, the cheese, and then the bread.
Now my girl has, I'm going to put the air quotes up, dairy allergy.
Okay.
Because I don't really believe she has a dairy
like lactose
allergy.
intolerant?
She just has a dairy allergy. I don't think she really does.
Oh, okay.
She just my girl has all these like sensitivities to food.
Got
so
it.
like when we go to restaurants, I have to order food like this. Hey, you know everything that makes this delicious? Take it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like literally everything that makes this really good and just bring out, so that's how she, like when we go to even if we go to In-N-Out, she'll get just a plain burger. No cheese, no nothing on it. Burger and bun.
What?
Like
no
no matter
sauce?
where we go.
No sauce. No.
Yeah.
No
So
sauce.
I don't even get it. So then, so she doesn't. So like she'll get a pizza with no cheese on it.
Mm-hmm. Wait.
Yeah. That's vegans
Bread and
do that,
sauce.
man. Just
Bread and
sauce, and meat or whatever it is.
Wait, vegans meat. How does that make sense?
She's not vegan.
Oh,
She just has a dairy allergy.
okay. I was like, wait.
Yeah,
wait,
she's not
what?
vegan. Like vegans are monsters, but
Here come all the vegans at us and get canceled.
no, but actually it's not bad. Mm-hmm. And actually it's a completely different taste and flavor that you could get. Like, it's actually not as heavy.
Oh yeah,
that's what I like about it too. If you,
cheese can be heavy. Yeah, cheese can be
like this.
Yeah,
this
the cheese was definitely the heaviest part of it.
Right. You get it's heavy, so
I could see that.
I think even when they're making it, they end up. Let's say if you just getting a cheese pizza, even the people making it know this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
they're like, they don't got no pepperoni on this. We better put some extra cheese on it.
Like, give them something to get excited about. Normal cheese. This is boring as hell.
So they overdo it. The guy's like, I gotta come with more cheese. Where the pepperoni is supposed to be.
Hey, what are you doing over there? I'm adding extra cheese. They don't want anything else. What do you want me to say?
So that's why it's like. But you should try it one time. Just get like a pizza. Excuse me, with no cheese on it. That's why I've started to get light cheese because I realize they do overdo the cheese.
They do definitely overdo
the cheese. So it just depends on the place where you go. I mean, I'm not I don't know,
a food enthusiast.
I love. Listen, I'm a steakhouse kind of guy. Yeah, I'm a steakhouse kind of dude. I love a good steakhouse because they have the best sides.
Ooh,
it's actually not even about the meat.
It's not even about the entree. It's about the sides.
It's the sides.
First thing I'm going to is the sides because I'll be ordering sides as appetizers.
Yeah,
the first thing I'm like, all right, let's go to the sides. Okay, let me get a baked potatoes as a starter. Let me get a Caesar salad
or cream corn.
Something.
They always have a great vegetable. I actually have a vegan.
Get the belly bubbling before.
I have a vegan buddy of mine. We go to steakhouses all the time. Mm-hmm. And I recommend this to vegans all the time. Like, you hear steakhouse and you go, oh, I don't eat meat. No. They got the best side.
You will get a killer salad there.
I was a vegan I tried it for like a year.
I never talked about this publicly because I didn't know how I was going to act. And I didn't know how I was going to be in it. But I was pescatarian for 3 years. I didn't tell the internet once about it.
What's pescatarian?
That is just fish. That is and the eggs. But everything else, like I never ate meat.
You know
for
what?
3 years.
I want to say that time when I was vegan, I realized it was more pescatarian because it was a time when I was like, okay, I'm gonna have some sushi. I'm gonna have some,
Mm-hmm.
that.
That's
kind
why
of
I
stuff.
started liking sushi. I just recently got into sushi within the past few years.
What stopped you from getting into sushi?
I think it was the raw aspect.
Dude,
like the majority of people. That's the majority aspect of why people don't do it is because of the raw.
It's a
mental thing. It's a mental thing. Majority of food and meat we've eaten growing up is cooked. What's up, guys? Wanted to thank our sponsor really quickly, Hobby, for taking care of this episode. They are the new invite-only link in bio platform that you've been seeing everywhere on the internet. I even have it in my bio as well as the Gen to Gen podcast. So be sure to check it out. It is everything you could ever imagine in one link in a fully customizable way, and I genuinely love it a lot. And they're hooking it up by giving you guys a wait list where you can jump on potentially to have your own link as well. So be sure to check that out at Hobby/waitlist/Matthew. That's HOO.be/waitlist/Matthew. Thank you, Hobby, once again. I appreciate you guys.
The first time I ate sushi, so there was this Chinese restaurant by where I used to live, and so I was working. I had a regular job, and it was like at night, I need some food. So I would just like, without even thinking, just like a zombie, go into my favorite Chinese place and be like, all right, let me get beef broccoli with blah, blah, blah. So I hadn't been there in a little while. I park, I get out of my car, I walk in. It's not a Chinese place anymore. It's a sushi place. And I'm like, what?
What was the time to? In one day,
it happened.
You just woke up in a whole new parallel universe where it's like, this was just a Chinese restaurant. Now it's
the
a
multiverse. It was in the multiverse.
Was this actually in a 24-hour period? There's no way.
No.
Okay.
It wasn't a 24-hour period.
Night, it was on the right street. Where
maybe I hadn't gone there in like 3 weeks.
You're like, okay.
You know what I mean? So I say to them, I'm like, what? And I go, I don't want sushi. Mm-hmm. So I got there, like they had these beef ribs, these like Korean style beef ribs. Mm-hmm. delicious. The guy had special marinade, so I would go in there all the time just for that. It became comfort food. But the guy kept telling me, he was like, you should try some sushi. And I was like, oh, dude, I can't do it. But then I would get like spicy shrimp, which was cooked. So I got the spicy shrimp rolls. Delicious. And then one day I was like, okay, I'll try the tuna. Because in my mind, I thought it was like tuna, like cooked tuna.
Yeah.
You know, like you get a tuna sandwich. I thought it was like tuna in the roll.
Yeah.
So I ate it and I was like, oh, this is delicious. And I go, next time I'll try something raw. He says, you just did.
Oh, you ate it there, and he's like watching. He's like, this guy has no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
He's sitting back, just like he has no idea.
So when he told me, when he said that, I was messed up for 2 months.
What?
Just in my mind, I was like, I can't do it. I just was like, I'm never going back there again, you know? But I love the place, and the people became like real friends, and they were like, it's comfort food for me. It was a comfort place.
Yeah.
When I wasn't feeling good, I would go sit in there, and he would talk to me, and it became a hangout spot, you know? Yeah. So then I went in, and then he goes, try this. Just try it. And it was like a little piece of whitefish with some ponzu sauce on it. It was uno, or I don't know how to say it, but I
love that card game.
You know, he was like, uno, bitch. No, I was like, so he gave me this whitefish, and I tasted it, and it was just delicious. And then after that, that's it. It was I got past it.
Yeah,
I got past it. So then it was like salmon, tuna. I was all about it after that.
Yeah.
So I understand that sort of like, you know.
Well, I'm now getting to that phase because my first phase of sushi was just like California rolls and maybe like a tiny bit of like spicy mayo because I don't like spice. So that was the only time I'd ever have anything spicy because I like sauces on whatever food I'm eating.
Yeah.
And I'm just now recently getting into like the spicy tuna or whatever, where it's like more raw or like.
Oh, you're just eating raw? Oh, wow.
I'm just now getting into the raw aspect of sushi because you could dive into sushi categories without technically going raw.
Yeah, you got to go raw.
But then
man.
you gotta.
We'll have to go get the sushi. We'll have to go get some sushi.
No, I want to learn about more sushi. So you got to put me on to some.
Yeah, there's some great spots like you can go to places like Toy or Nobu. And those kind of places.
Just get a California roll.
No. What I'm saying is because like I like the carpaccio stuff, like salmon carpaccio, where it's just like thin slices of fish with like a really delicious sauce on it.
Okay.
And it's like an appetizer, and there'll be like albacore, salmon, tuna.
Is that the little jalapeno thing on top?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like yellowtail jalapeno. That's delicious. So those are the kind of things, you know. And what I find is like sometimes people think it's going to be a fishy taste, but the funny thing about it is cooked fish tastes more fishy. Yeah, that's the fishy taste. But but even some like I love like what is it, cod? That's good. So Toy is a good place on La Cienega. That they
Toy?
Yeah.
Like how do you spell it?
TOI. Toy is a great restaurant for like having a mixture of like good cooked Japanese food and great sushi. Nobu, they're great, expensive as hell. And then there's like there's one in Brentwood. Oh man, what's the name? Katsuya. Yeah, Katsuya.
I love Katsuya. I've been to Katsuya.
And the one on Brentwood? Yeah.
I've been to the one in Hollywood.
Sugarfish, those kind of places, you know. So yeah, I went to there's a really good sushi place. I don't know the name of it, but it's in Marina Del Rey. It's like an authentic place where you have to take your shoes off.
Ooh, that's dope. Like they throw you into the culture of it.
Yeah, you take your shoes off.
That's dope.
And you have to sit on the ground with your legs in the inside. I don't know what that's called. There's a name for it. Do you know what the name for it is?
I should because I lived in Japan for a year, but I have no freaking idea what the hell it's called. But I'll look it up. I'll look it up while you guys talk.
Yeah. So that's a good so there's a lot of stuff like that. So so I'm into sushi. I like sushi. It's just pricey. I like all kinds of food, man.
Well, what's your go-to comfort food? Right now, you're chilling with your girl, about to watch a movie, and you're not thinking about anything, about health, nothing. You just want comfort food. Forget about how many calories, all this stuff, because I'm playing that always in my head too, like health factors. Like I always want to be healthy too. So like, but what is your comfort food above all else?
Damn, that's a tough.
For me, I think it's cheeseburgers, man.
Cheeseburgers.
Yeah, I like a good Caesar
good
too.
Cheeseburger.
A good Caesar salad.
You know what?
Chicken.
A good guilty pleasure comfort food for me would be a burger too. I'll go to Fat Burger.
Okay.
And I'll get a King Burger.
That's interesting.
With chili.
Ooh.
A fried egg.
Ooh.
And bacon.
Ooh. Yeah. Hit it with the trio.
Yeah. It's like I like that grease dripping. You know what I'm saying?
I collect it at the bottom and pour it back over top of the burger.
I say, put my grease on the side, please, because I want to administer it myself.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I used to go to, have you ever been to Pink's?
No, I don't like hot dogs.
Oh, you don't like? No, but they have great burgers there too. But
Oh, they have burgers?
Yeah, Pink's would be the kind of place I would just go to once every 6 months because it'll just tear you up. But it'd just be like some delicious. I just get something nasty. That's what I'm saying. You just give me a double burger with bacon, onions, jalapenos, chili, and it's just like you can't even hold it.
Every bite pushes it out from the other end. That's what I do. That's the one thing I do not like about burgers is just the actual science of a burger, where like you're just trying to eat and it just all goes out. Like,
it's nasty. But recently, a comfort food would be for my girl and I. We like Mexican, so we like to get burritos.
Okay, I love a good burrito.
Yeah, I love a good burrito. But in my burrito though, I don't like guacamole in my burrito.
Get out.
I like
out. Just leave. It was fun doing this podcast with you. It's just gonna say.
This is like the cheese pizza.
It's just gonna say Jen. It's just gonna say Jen. That's the new podcast. Just Jen. Like, who's Jen? I am Jen.
No, but I like avocado, sliced avocado, but not guacamole.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Have you even tried it?
Sliced? Yes, I love sliced avocado.
Okay, then I don't want to hear your mouth. Sliced avocado in the burrito is delicious.
Oh, okay. But what's the okay? So you just don't like the citrusy lime taste from the guac potential?
I don't want it to be. I don't want everything to be gooey.
Okay,
you only got beans
That's
in there.
That's a good way to put it.
But I also like to have I'll get an all meat burrito. All meat burrito. All just all
multiple
carne asada.
Meats like chicken and steak?
No. Just like a full carne asada. Actually. Steak and shrimp burrito is delicious, but
okay,
I'll get an all steak with onion, cilantro, and avocado. That's my go-to burrito.
Okay,
with some green salsa. I don't like the red salsa.
I could see that.
Yeah, so that's a good.
The only issue with whenever I have avocado, I like eating avocado on the side because anything I put it in, burger, salad, whatever, it just gets smushed right away, and then it adds to that. So it's interesting how you say you don't like anything mushy, but
no, I don't like because you at least. You could still get a piece of a whole
good piece of avocado
as opposed to a mushy ass guacamole.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you really do get the avocado taste too. With guacamole, you're gonna get a little bit of lime, a little bit of salt, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's gonna be a multitude.
I used to like turkey burgers, but I haven't ordered one in a while. It just depends on the restaurant how they make the turkey burger. Because sometimes it's too it feels too processed.
Yeah. That's the issue with some of when I was a pescatarian and I was trying to eat some fake meat. There was some fake meat that I was eating. It just felt a little bit too processed and not I wasn't a fan of it.
Well, vegan food isn't necessarily healthy for you. It's just about a culture of
you just got to know how to eat. If you're gonna be a vegan, I'll say this: you got to know how to eat because it is a whole new thing.
There's a lot of bad vegan food.
Yeah,
I think Oreos are vegan.
No, because so I actually looked this up. So they're not vegan because the factory or something where they're also made, they could contain some dairy products. So there's a potential for cross contamination.
Oh, okay, but there are cookies like that
for sure that are amazing,
that are just delicious and sugary, and they're not vegan.
Yeah.
There's this one vegan restaurant I went to, and they had. Well, first of all, you ever been to Crossroads?
No, but are you about to say Monty's?
No. I'm talking about one on the west side. I haven't been to that one. I heard of that.
I just had it last month.
You never been to Crossroads on Melrose? That seems like right up your alley. It's so Hollywood too. Will Smith's always in there.
It's right up your alley, man. It's so Hollywood. Your dad started calling you Mr. Hollywood when you were 5, so you should know Crossroads.
Exactly.
Come on.
No, but Crossroads is delicious. That guy.
What type is it? It's vegan. It's vegan. Okay, cool.
But it's just he's the chef is just one of those artsy fartsy. I keep thinking that this is what I dream is to find out that the secret ingredient is pork. That'd be such a great scandal.
Oh my God.
For 10 years
well,
he's
there
been
was a
serving.
thing about Subway apparently giving fake tuna or something like that, but then they did a whole check and they're no, it is real tuna. But I mean, they even said the bread is cake.
I thought the chicken was the one that they were saying it wasn't real chicken at Subway.
No,
my girl refuses to go to Subway now because she read there was a TikTok or something, about so ridiculous.
Just fake chicken.
Yeah, it's ridiculous to me that how much stuff my girl learns on TikTok.
The thing is that news isn't vetted. So, like, I'm not going to sit right here and say I've never learned anything on TikTok. There's a lot of things I've learned that I've actually applied to my daily life that I've learned from TikTok. But there's also a lot of absolute BS on TikTok of, like, people thinking they know more than they do just simply because of the following count or simply because of the like or view count. And it's just like they now feel like this.
It's going to be us on this podcast.
Yeah, it's like we now hit our first million and we're like, we are the chosen podcasters.
No, but I actually got, I'm not going to just completely badmouth TikTok because.
No, I'm not going to I'm just saying as much as there's good on TikTok, there's also some misinformation. Well, just like any social media app.
Right. There was this, I want to find it. My friend sent, I have like my lower back has been killing me. Right.
Sciatic nerve?
Yeah. So my friend sent me this TikTok video. If your low back's hurting, this leg you took it, lay on top. If your low back's hurting, your pain will stop. Now your back's not hurting. You know what? And I was like,
I'm gonna try it.
Listen, I was like, this is ridiculous that he has to rap the thing. But let me tell you something.
I mean, dude,
that exercise is the one, man. I do that shit every morning. It takes the sciatic pain away. Whoever that is, thank you.
But I feel like he is coming at us like a kindergartner teacher. Like you want to teach your kids 1 to 10, so you're gonna say 1, 2, 2.
This is what the ABCs.
2, 3, 3 to 4. Now you're at 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Like you want to turn it into a fun jingle because maybe that's how.
And that's what he did. That's everything on TikTok is like.
And
that.
he made it from a Megan Thee Stallion song.
Yeah. Oh, is that what that is?
And Cardi B.
You're looking at me like I know. Oh yeah, man, the Cardi B Stallion song. I don't know what you're talking about. You think I know this? Oh my god, this is what I'm saying right here.
It was a popular song. It still is a popular song.
I've never heard it before.
WAP.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh.
See, he does know. He wants to come off as this.
I did.
Jen, whatever you are, and you're just like.
I did not know that was what that song was.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You got
now I hear.
You got no WAP.
Okay, that was
Everyone knows WAP. Now that we're on music, it allows me to ask the question I was going to ask you before we started filming this.
Speaking of WAP, though, just real quick.
Whopper, Burger King.
WAP is like I did not appreciate WAP. To me, is like Coachella.
What do you mean?
At a certain age, you shouldn't be doing it.
I don't know how old she is.
I'm just saying there's like videos of
people. Oh, you're saying not of Megan and all them. You're saying of older people.
Yeah, they're just like the old chicks are like, let me tell you about my WAP. Like
that's always been around. There's definitely some
WAP for you. You're somebody's mom. You know what I mean?
No, I mean at the end of the day, people can always have fun, but I think there is definitely it gets to a point because the thing is like. I mean, I don't know. If there's also kids watching it too, that's another aspect that you got to look out for as well.
Yeah, I guess you have to have the parental things on there. I mean, Twitter, Twitter's terrible.
Oh, Twitter, you
don't even know. I mean, just like you open up Twitter the wrong, you search the wrong thing.
If you are on the wrong timeline at the wrong
timeline, and like.
You're at church or something. Quickly,
I have to unfollow people from my single days. All right,
well, no, we were talking.
Are we going to the Notebook?
Yes, to the Notebook.
Matthew's Notebook.
Okay. So I had a question before we started this episode about music. We were all talking about music prior to this episode, and we were talking about producers and all that. And I started talking about Kanye West.
Yeah.
And I asked people this question because I can
your outrageous claim of
this was just biased just because of the era I'm also born in, so I'm biased. I didn't there's also many songs from Quincy Jones, for instance, that I didn't even know he produced or worked on. So that's also just education on my part. But we were talking about who is a better producer, a bigger producer, whatever it may be. I think Quincy's had more of an impact, but Kanye to me is just someone more my age.
You're sugarcoating around. You think Kanye West is the greatest producer of all time?
That's my opinion because that's just the era I grew up in.
Just say that.
Yes, but I don't think. But the thing is, I'm not gonna doubt other producers. And what I'm getting at is that the way I can see who's someone's favorite artist is because I'll be like, hey, Eric, who's your favorite music artist? People will be like, man, I don't know. I like this person and that person and this person. Yeah. And then I say, okay, well, let me ask you this. You get abducted by aliens. They say, listen, Eric Griffin, you can only bring one artist with you, any song that they've made, public or not public, and any song they've featured on. There's only room enough for this weight of their song, of their music on the spaceship.
Oh, you mean just one person's music?
One person's music, what they've featured on, what they've created, public and not public.
Oh,
who are you going with?
I would definitely take Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones, all right, then he's your favorite.
Because then it would be like there'd be jazz, there would be like Michael Jackson, there would be so many artists. The Will Smith theme.
Okay, well I'll say this:
Prince of Bel-Air theme.
I'll say this: an artist. that did Quincy Jones make his own music, or was it mainly only producing other people's music?
He made his own music because he was a composer.
No, I know, but
Yeah,
I'm saying I don't know if he ever actually put out his own tracks. He did. Okay.
Yeah.
See, we're learning.
The Dude.
Yeah,
Remember The Dude?
the dude. Yeah,
That was his name, the Dude.
yeah,
It
Quincy
was a
Jones.
big album called The Dude.
Yeah, that was just his album.
Oh,
He had a lot of great, then he would also like, he would produce songs and then then the artist would sing on the songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Kind of like
Like a Timberland, how Timberland sometimes does that.
like a DJ Khaled.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was like the original DJ.
And I feel like Kanye's
God, we
kinda
just
going-
insulted Quincy Jones with that.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say that, but I mean DJ Khaled kills it.
DJ Khaled, yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's
I'm
not even an
mad-
insult,
I'm
really.
not even mad at him.
Yeah, I'm not even mad
the
at that.
The
You know,
best music. He make the best music.
we the best.
Another one.
Another one.
And another one.
Man, that craze about the Snapchat. That was a funny era.
I don't even remember.
Where like it was DJ Khaled's Snapchat, like millions and millions and millions of people were watching his Snapchat daily.
He just he found the thing.
Mm-hmm.
He found a way to connect with young people. That's the dream of every old person.
Mm-hmm.
Any old person in the entertainment business, your dream is to like, what is the thing that you can connect where the youth will be like, we still think you're cool. Mm-hmm. And it's like that's the hardest thing to achieve.
Well, then who? Well, okay. Well,
And
then,
DJ Khaled did it because he was like worked with Bieber.
Mm-hmm.
He worked with a lot of great artists. He had a lot of top hits, and so then the
Mm-hmm.
people were like, "All right, yeah, we like him." They don't even think of him as old. They just think of him as like it's just DJ.
he
Khaled.
also looks really young. He doesn't really age either.
Yeah. Well,
He's been killing it on that aspect too. But okay. I mean, what was your favorite artist growing? Who was your favorite? What was your favorite? First off, type of music, and then who was your favorite artist?
see, when I was growing up, music was separated. It
Okay.
was segregated music. So when I was growing up, it was like rock, alternative rock, then it was like soul, R&B, and then when rap came in, it was its own category. And these things never cross-pollinated.
What do you mean? Like they were just on different radio stations?
Yes, man. It was like, yeah, dude.
But isn't it kind of still like that? Like you got a country station?
No. They have that. They have those specific things. But when we think of pop music now is really whatever is popular, and it could be in any genre. And I think that
There's a lot of subgenres.
I think that MTV's TRL changed the music business. They're the ones that did that, because every week they had this like chart of like what the people were calling in and sending in emails or whatever to say these are the top songs, and that chart of songs, it was like rap, rock, alternative. It could be Taylor Swift, and it could be some rapper. It could be whatever the country song is, whatever. And so it became this thing where they were like, oh, well, the pop chart actually doesn't need to be separated anymore. It doesn't need to be like, so it could be a rock song. It could be, and then now we're in this world now where it's like everything is just like whatever. You can have Snoop Dogg on a Metallica song for all you know. You know what I mean? Like
that'd be a wild collaboration, man.
But it just is what it is
Dude,
now.
that new Metallica song with Snoop on it.
Hey, we put it out into existence. I can see it happening.
I would
it's
love to
not
see that
out of the realm of possibility, is what I'm saying. So
right.
when I was a kid, like I remember, what was I listening to? I loved Michael Jackson.
Okay.
The first concert I ever went to was Michael Jackson concert. So I loved the Jackson. So I loved like Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson. And then I liked Huey Lewis and the News. I loved that. I had that.
Is that a band?
Yeah. I almost slapped him. Did you see it? You know what I mean?
You had to stop yourself.
Yeah,
You might need a
pop him in
bigger
his
cable, yo.
Freaking face right now. Yeah.
Huey Lewis and the News?
Yeah, Huey Lewis in the News. I want a new drug. Remember that? Want a new drug? You just young doesn't know either. So it was Huey Lewis in the News. I had that cassette tape. That was a great album. And then I loved Prince too. Mm-hmm. So I loved the Prince, Michael Jackson, and then I started to like. I remember the first CD when CDs came out. I remember the first CD I ever bought was George Michael, the Faith album.
Okay.
The Faith album was huge, but at the time we didn't recognize, like nobody knew or would accept that he was gay, because at that time he was a sex symbol too. He was like singing to women, the things he was saying. But like it's so stupid because he was in not Culture Club. He was in Wham, and Wham was like It was like him and that dude with pink short.
Andrew Ridgely
with booty shorts on. Wake me up before I you
love
go,
that song.
But that's George Michael before he went solo. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. So
I've
back
heard of
then,
Wham. Actually, I have heard of Wham.
It was all about image and all that kind of stuff. Then later he just came out, so it didn't. Nobody cared at this point. But and R.I.P. to George Michael. But that's great. That Faith album is great. That's a great ass album. He's got some jammers on there. So and then it was like I liked Billy Joel. I liked, and then like when the rap came out, I was like it was like EPMD. I liked EPMD, Big Daddy Kane. I liked KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions. You don't know all these things.
I was with you on Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One until you said the last one.
Yeah, but that's the group that Big KRS-One was in, Boogie Down Productions.
I've just heard of the name. I don't really.
My philosophy on the industry.
Because the thing, a lot of those songs, I've heard of those songs, but sometimes I wasn't able to put the name to the song.
I get it. Then it was like
I love film too, so I would hear those songs.
Then it was like the Beastie Boys came out, and then like Third Base, and then it was like then it just like rap kind of became like this subculture of hip hop, and then when they started when rap became musical, that's when it changed. It went from just beats and samples to becoming like its own melodies and music, and that's when it really like
Who do you think changed that?
It was a lot of people. I think like Teddy Riley did a lot of that. Yeah, he was a great producer to like when he started producing songs. It's people like that. Like that's what Timberland does. Those type of producers who were around back then when they started like actually making music, and then the artist was like rapping and singing on these tracks, it changed it. But before that, it was the Sugar Hill Gang, and
I was gonna say Sugar Hill Gang because they were one of the first to rap, right?
Yeah, and it became popular. But I remember the first two. To me, the two songs I can remember being like crossover hits from rap to pop was first one was Push It.
Push it real good.
Yeah, which is still people still listen to that today, and Supersonic. That was the one.
Which one was Supersonic?
Supersonic motivating rhymes are creating. It was a girl band.
JJ Fad.
With JJ Fad, and we're here to rock.
And wait, what was your first concert you went to?
Michael Jackson.
That's dope.
Yeah, Michael Jackson was the first concert.
Mine was the Jonas Brothers in 5th grade.
Oh, I almost slapped him again. Did you see me?
I'm a huge Disney guy. Why would I not? And plus, my boy had free tickets to the venue. They had annual tickets. So whoever was performing at the time, and his parents didn't want to see the Jonas Brothers, so they're like, "Y'all want it?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Oh, that's like a thing too. When you're like a parent, have you gone to stupid concerts with your kids?
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Yeah. What have you seen?
The Get Fresh. What was it? The Fresh Beat Band. Remember the Fresh Beat Band on Nickelodeon?
No.
And it's been a nightmare. Are you kidding me? They said my kids are cool now, so now they won't even let me come to this show.
Oh, good for you.
Well, I mean, one of my first CDs I actually remember getting was from a Nickelodeon band from a reality TV show called the Naked Brothers Band.
What?
Yeah, have you ever heard of them?
No.
Yeah, it was like, and I would have fights with my parents about telling them, I was like, no, this is a real show. It's not scripted. You don't know what you're talking about. The same way I would talk to my dad telling him how WWE is not fake. I'd be like, it is not fake. These guys are fighting for it. That is a real chair he's hitting him with.
You know what's funny about that? I remember the first time I watched wrestling.
Like WWE wrestling?
It was WWF. It was the World Wrestling Federation.
Oh.
They changed it because there was some company with the same name and they were suing, and then they just decided to change the name. But it was WWF. I'll never forget it. The first time I ever watched, it was a Saturday morning, this comes on and they go, the world champion is about to fight. And it was Hulk Hogan, right?
Oh, whoa.
And I'm like, I'm sitting at home as a kid like, I'm about to see a championship fight. I tuned in at the right time.
Yeah.
So Hulk Hogan comes in and gets some guy. I don't even know who this other guy is. Okay. They start fighting. And then the guy is beating Hulk Hogan. And I'm freaking out because I'm like, I can't believe I'm about to watch the belt. This is my first time watching. And then Hulk Hogan starts to shake, and the guy's trying to hit him, and Hulk Hogan's like, ah, and I'm telling you, I was freaking out. I was like, I can't believe it, the champion, you know what I mean? And then Hulk Hogan gets him up, hits him with the body slam, hits him with the leg drop. He gets on him, and the ref's like 1, 2, 3, and I was at home like, yes! I was so excited, right? And then I watched it the next week, and the same thing happened. And that's the moment I was like, oh, it's fake.
They do that's the same routine?
Yeah. As a kid, I was like, oh, it's fake. And then I was like disappointed, but then I was like, so what? You know, Superman can't really fly, but I enjoy watching that. You know what I mean? So it's like,
he can't fly?
Yeah. So it's like,
thanks for ruining. Thanks,
okay.
Captain. Appreciate Captain Marvel. Thanks. Even though it's DC, but you know.
No, this is Marvel.
No, I'm saying Superman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
this is. It says
we
the word Marvel.
Yeah. So then So then I'll never forget that. It was such a I had a really great. That was a great moment of being the first time ever watching wrestling. So, but I still became a fan. I watched, WrestleMania and all that stuff. I enjoyed all that.
Did that ever make you want to wrestle? Did you do any sports? That's my second question.
Oh, no, I didn't but I played basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, basketball was my sport, but I was like a late bloomer too. I didn't really start playing basketball in high school till I was like a junior in high school. It was the first time I played basketball. I never played before. Like I never really
any
played
sports?
I didn't really play a lot of sports. It wasn't my thing. I was on a swim team when I was like
every summer.
I was like no. It was like I was a part of a YMCA.
Got it. Because I was on a swim team too growing up.
Yeah, and I stopped because I was like hairy. Then it became a thing like if you really want to swim, you should shave. And I was like, bye.
So I remember those times and because I was also swimming at a time where I'm just like a kid. I don't really got no hair.
Yeah, you barely got hair now.
I know. I'm 24. You can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a hairless.
Sort of got a mustache coming in.
A hairless mole rat. I just got my 4th chest hair last week. That's actually not a lie. That is, I counted. I got my 4th chest hair last week. So
yeah. So
now people know the update on my chest.
There's gonna be a whole Instagram, sub-Instagram.
Matthew's chest hair. Let's give it a big thumbs up to his 4th one now. Yeah.
So
the 5th one had 100 followers.
So then I started. Ryan, probably more followers than me. So then I started. Then I just played basketball. So basketball was the big sport that I really enjoyed playing.
Well, then, so what did you do for fun then? You know, if you wanted to, on the weekends, you ain't got school, you're just watching some cartoons.
Back then. It's like you would hang out with your friends, the neighborhood kids. You'd ride your bikes. You'd play outside. You know, we played hide and seek, and we played tag and freeze tag, and we just did stuff. It's so different now. I didn't even get into video games until I was like late teens, early 20s is when video games became oh wow, this is pretty cool. Because now they became it's just for my generation, it's just interesting to see how technology has advanced to the point where, because when were you born?
97.
Oh. Okay, only you would, I think, remember this. But do you remember the first time you saw Jurassic Park?
Mm-hmm.
The first time I saw Jurassic Park, it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen in movies ever.
Really?
Because it was the first time that something looked legit real.
Oh, okay.
That's the first time technology had been to a point where.
But it's a dinosaur. What can you compare it to?
No. You don't know. You see, oh God, I almost punched him again.
What is up with episode 3 where you have now threatened to come across the table?
You don't see. This is what I'm saying. Your generation is so spoiled with CGI.
We're coddled.
You don't understand that there was no CGI. There was no computer generated images. Everything was like puppets and things like that. Mm-hmm. There was no ability to make something look like it was real.
Yeah.
Okay. That this thing is actually real. So when that dinosaur scene in Jurassic Park, when they're looking at that dinosaur and you see it for the first time, the whole movie theater was like, whoa. It was just that. I mean, I saw Jurassic Park in the theater 10 times.
Wow.
It was so amazing to me. And then now we kind of look at this dumb CGI. Now it's the CGI is good when you don't even notice it.
Yeah.
And you don't know till you see the making of the movie and you go, oh, that was CGI?
Yeah.
You know when it's CGI now. But that's just because we're spoiled. But that's what I'm saying. So when I look at the first Spider-Man, when the first Spider-Man came out.
Oh, yeah.
Like
It's very different to now.
my generation, no, even to my generation, to see Spider-Man do what he was doing was amazing. Because I grew up with comic books. I collected Spider-Man. I have Spider-Man comic books at my place right now that I have in my closet that I like. Hopefully they're valuable.
I
But
was about to say, you better start digging because I'm gonna come over one day. I'm like,
where's these Spider-Man? So to see, because they tried it in the past. Like there's a really trash Spider-Man movie out there.
Before Tobey Maguire?
Yeah. It's garbanzo beans. You could see the wire, and it's like it was so terribly done. And to see and I was like, wow. So now anything is possible. So whatever the vision of the filmmaker is now, they literally can make anything possible on screen, and that is something that I just go, man. I didn't get to enjoy that as a kid. Because when you're a kid, your imagination is just so beautiful.
So wild. Yeah,
it's
man.
so wild, right?
I mean, dude, even me, I was still kind of in that time too, where I could see the shift for sure. Of the first Spider-Man, for instance, with Tobey Maguire versus now, I'm just like, wow, what a difference, So,
but you don't understand going from absolutely.
No, I know you've gone from I could
absolutely nothing. There was everything was stunts.
Yeah.
People died on set because they had real helicopters. Remember that Twilight Zone movie where the three actors were killed by the helicopter?
Really?
Ever since that movie, when you see a helicopter in a movie now around people, there's no blades, real blades. It's all fake.
Oh, okay.
It's all because they changed it, because of that happened. It's you can see it on YouTube. It's actually a terrible. Oh my god! This helicopter, the guy's holding a guy's holding two people, and they're running through a thing, and this helicopter gets out of control and crashes into him. And it's so that was it was a Twilight Zone movie. So it was that's how they did stunts. There's no
Well, nowadays they. Directors like Christopher Nolan, he tries to use a little amount of CGI. There's some directors out there still who pride themselves on.
Well, they're maybe they're not using CGI in terms of the actor performances and the things they're interacting with. But there's CGI all over that.
Oh,
movie.
For sure. I mean, yeah, no, I agree. No, there's definitely CGI
Gotham City doesn't exist. They you know what I mean? When you see that's
no, I know.
You know what I mean? It's like Avatar. You know what I mean? They have to. Mm-hmm. But here's something I ask you about this movie thing. See, in my day, we actually had action heroes. We had legit action heroes. We had Arnold, Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis. We had real people that Jean-Claude Van Damme. Even going back to Bruce Lee and in his later, I'm just saying, those were the movies. It was these were the action stars. Who's your action star?
I mean, I guess off gate right away, I could say Tom Holland, Spider-Man. He's from my generation, from my age group too. But there hasn't really been a consistent superhero. Think about it. I mean, I can't think
other than the superhero movies. But
yeah, I mean, you got the Captain America. Everyone loves Chris Evans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, I don't think people love Chris Evans. People love Captain America.
Yeah, so then that's the same thing, right?
It's not though. We loved Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he just was in.
Happened to be in a lot of superheroes.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
he was in Commando, Total Recall, Predator.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I think this ties back into
Terminator.
Conan the Barbarian.
Conan the Barbarian. That was his first movie, Conan the Barbarian.
Well, I think at the end of the day, this comes down to what we were talking about at another episode, Jen and Jen. About accessibility. We are looking at this person as a superhero because we are only seeing them as superhero. Nowadays, we could see that same superhero be in a movie, and then we go to their Instagram, and they're like, "What's up, guys? We're at the supermarket grabbing some tomatoes. Let's go!" And you're like,
"Yeah,
oh, you're not the superhero I thought you were." It takes out this mystery factor.
Well, but at the same time, though, if you think Tom Holland is a action star, I completely disagree.
Well, I just say that because he's part of the.
I'm saying he's an actor. No, but that's what I'm saying. That I wouldn't consider him an action star. He's just an actor that's in an action movie.
Multiple movies. Multiple.
As the same guy, it doesn't count.
Yeah, but he's done other action films type.
Like what?
He just did this other movie where he Cherry, where he played.
He wasn't an action hero.
Yeah,
in that movie.
Wasn't he in the army or something? Or
it was a drama.
It's still there's still action aspects to it.
Oh my god, do you even know what an action movie is?
I mean, if there's action aspects of the film,
you need to watch Commando. Your homework is to watch Arnold Schwarzenegger's Commando from beginning to end. That's an action movie.
It's called Commando.
Yes, Commando. His daughter is kidnapped, and he has like 9 hours to rescue her.
Oh, tell me the whole plot. Why don't you ruin it for me?
I'm not ruining it for you, but it's like that was vintage Arnold right there. Or Predator.
Okay.
Like you look down Arnold's like list of the movies that he did. I mean, he was an action star, man. Even Sylvester Stallone, all right? He was Rambo, he was Rocky, he was then he had what was the one with the he was the arm wrestler guy. He was Tango and Cash. He was like, you gotta like, you guys don't have action stars anymore right now. The Rock is an action star.
Okay, I could see. Yeah,
Okay,
The Rock is.
yeah,
that's a good. Okay, that's a really good example.
All right, and they tried to make Vin Diesel an action star, but it's like,
Well, he's still in the Fast and Furious phase.
I know,
right
but
now. But I think this is their last one. So if there's a last one, I'm curious to see
But
what
all
he's
his
gonna
other
transition
movies.
to.
Have you seen all his other movies?
No.
He was Triple X.
Okay. Oh yeah.
He was.
Okay, yeah.
He's like he's in a lot. What was the one where he was like the? Oh man, it was like a series. And it's because somebody Google Vin Diesel's.
Who would be another action star?
Which
That's
one?
a good question.
Just Vin Diesel's IMDb.
Yeah.
That's what you got to start. We got to start getting this where we could put it on here, man. We go Vin Diesel's IMDb, and it just comes up right here. But yeah, he was in like a movie where it was like, anyway, Vin Diesel's an action star.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, but it's like they just don't have the same luster as like the other back in the 80s.
I think it's because a lot of actors have this.
Riddick, right? Chronicles of Riddick.
Chronicles of Riddick. Thank you.
I have heard of that. I have heard.
And
of that.
and the original one though, before Chronicles of Riddick, he was in a movie before that, which is like a prequel to Chronicles of Riddick. You know what I'm talking about? But anyways, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's also because there's a lot more opportunity to become an actor versus back then. So there are just a lot more people to play a lot more different roles, and there's a lot more productions happening too. There's not as many blockbusters going into that VHS era, because when back then you'd have the blockbuster come out, or you'd be on the movie, and then 6-7 months later it'd be a whole new payday with all that. So the means to make a movie and to get an actor was a lot harder than nowadays, where everyone can now make a movie. Just like with music, anyone can make a song now. If you got a laptop and GarageBand, like anyone can make a song now. It's just the accessibility to make these films so there's just more productions happening, I think, and I think that's why.
Well, what was your favorite movie when you were a kid? What's your go-to movie?
Oh, I mean,
like your same question to you is like, okay, so you have to go on your islands. You have your music. You'd have your Kanye West albums, okay, for your music.
But I also love
what
Disney
would be the
music and Nickelodeon. I was a weird child.
I know, but what would be the three movies you'd want? You're going to be on a desert island for a year.
Cheaper by the Dozen.
What's the 3 movies you'd want? Okay, go.
Cheaper by the Dozen.
Cheaper by the Dozen. Who's in that?
There's a lot of people there. I mean, Hillary Duff was in it. So, but there, Allison.
This has
Stone
been
was
Jen
in
to
it.
Jen. Thank you for watching.
No, but she was just. I forget what the parents. Steve Martin. Steve Martin is the dad.
Oh.
Okay. And I forget what the mom's name was. But there was just something about that movie. I just remember watching it so
Cheaper
many
by
times.
the Dozen. Okay, go.
I loved Christmas movies. So like The Grinch. Jim Carrey was always one of my.
So no, I'm not asking you for a list of movies. I said give me 3 movies that you're gonna have with your Kanye West collection. 3 movies.
Okay, Cheaper by the Dozen, The Grinch, and nowadays or back then?
Any movie. It's for you. It's your choice.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
I don't know. I need
So
a Christmas
you're not-
movie. I need a family-oriented, nice, chill movie, and then I need Wolf of Wall Street.
No, for me, first movie would be School of Rock.
Okay, Jack Black.
I can watch School of Rock
That is a great movie.
1,000 times.
That is a great movie.
Love School of Rock. Godfather.
Okay.
I can watch The Godfather 1,000,000 times. Have you ever seen The Godfather?
I have not seen it yet.
Oh my God.
You know what's funny? I have a whole film list of films that I'm embarrassed to say I haven't seen yet, but a lot of them have been out of my generation.
You want to be an actor.
I know, dude.
And you're
look at my
always
film list.
talking about it.
I will show you my film list, and you'll be like, "Oh, okay, we got it right now. We'll stop in this, and we're gonna watch
The
it."
Godfather
I know.
has to be on your list. You need to
It
watch
is.
Commando.
It is on my list.
And you need to watch
Commando is now on my
The
list.
Godfather is a perfect movie.
No, I've heard no.
Okay, it's
you know what's
just-
funny? There's been countless times where I've started it, but I'm like, this isn't the time. This isn't the time. I'm not even joking. I swear on everything. I'm like, this isn't the time.
I don't understand you.
I don't know what it is. I'm
So I would have that. I'd
Very
have
specific.
School of Rock, The Godfather, and Indiana Jones. And
Okay.
I'm done. I'd be fine.
okay.
You ever seen the original Indiana Jones?
I've not seen it yet. Original.
Oh my God, I can't understand you.
I just
Indiana,
I wasn't fully into
Harrison
all that.
Ford, another action star.
Yeah, okay.
Harrison Ford was Indiana Jones. He was Han Solo. He was Jack Ryan. Like Harrison Ford is like he'll go down as probably one of the greatest action. You know, his movies generated so much money. But like, yeah, he's been 3 fantastic characters. That's what an action star can do.
Okay, I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can be like whoever they are in that movie. They become whatever that is.
So there was a small aspect when like I feel like Will Smith was a good action star.
Will Smith, yeah, he
I feel like he is.
He is that. He's the last of those. He's the last one. He's the last
What about
one
The
of
Rock?
that generation. No, but The Rock still is.
New generation.
He's not,
yeah.
but he's not the new generation because The Rock is old. You know what I mean? La Rock is just as old as like Bruce Willis. It feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, he's an older
just new
guy
in the game.
He just because he was a wrestler and all that kind of stuff. But The Rock is that too. He is that guy. But I'm saying Will Smith is the last of that era.
Okay.
Where when a Will Smith movie came out, it would be #1 at the box office,
Yep.
no matter what it was, and it was like he's not that guy anymore, and there isn't a guy like that anymore. This is what I'm trying to say. Who's the guy when they come out with a movie? It's the movie of the summer. There's no
Leo.
action star like that anymore.
Not action, but like Leo.
No, not at all.
If a
Leo,
movie comes out, one of his most recent ones, he got an Oscar.
no, dude. Nobody ran out and watched The Revenant. You're not.
I was excited to see it.
You haven't even watched The Godfather, so I don't even want to hear you.
But
No.
yeah, also, first off, not in my generation. So majority of the kids in my generation haven't even seen it.
Yeah, they don't even know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. So, but it is embarrassing. So I will agree to anyone watching. He wants to be an actor.
Yeah, but all your
It is
fans are like,
embarrassing.
"I'm with you, man. He's old."
No, but I should have seen The Godfather by now. There's a lot of movies
And I like
that
a cheese pizza.
I don't like mushroom on my pizza. So
Ugh, can you imagine if you would have had a mushroom pizza in here? We would have stormed out of here. We would have stormed out of here. It would have been no.
Been a revolt.
There isn't a person that is like when they come out in a movie and it's whatever. It's like he's now the captain on a spaceship, and then the next movie comes out. He's a
Tom Hanks.
a pirate.
Tom Hanks, right?
See, Tom Hanks wasn't an action star.
But
Tom Hanks is just a great actor.
I think
So-
he's actually one of the best actors to have ever lived.
Yeah, so
I think he's a top 5 best actor.
One of the few guys that's won an Oscar back to back.
He's one of the few. You're saying?
Yeah, he won for Philadelphia and then he won for Forrest Gump.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is those aren't action movies. So that's a different type of actor.
That's a good
so
point.
Leo would be in that
Yeah.
vein.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about
I love Catch Me
guilty
If You Can.
pleasure, action star, shoot 'em up, those type of movies. There isn't. I don't know who that guy is right now.
I mean, right now, Keanu Reeves is kind of becoming that guy.
Again, not becoming that guy. It's already over. He was Neo.
I know. Neo, John Wick, all
know?
but he can start transitioning. I feel like even more to
Again,
this.
he's already done it. You don't understand what I'm saying. Keanu Reeves is done already. He was in Speed. He was Neo. Now he's John Wick, but John Wick is he's like an older, like these are like Bruce Willis is still making movies.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone, he just made a new Rambo. What I'm saying is, who's the new blood?
Have you heard? Sorry to cut you off. Have you heard Sylvester Stallone in the new Suicide Squad movie?
Yeah.
He's the shark.
Yeah.
Nom nom.
Yeah.
That is. Oh my.
Well, that's like
Dude, I've seen it twice already. I was
that's
at
like
the premiere.
Vin Diesel is Groot.
Groot. I am Groot.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
What a payday for that guy.
What a payday.
Best acting he's ever done.
No, I think Vin Diesel's good, but he talks about family. Have you seen the family memes? I love them. Family.
I just
I love it. Dude.
I can't do Fast and the Furious. I just can't do it.
I like Fast and Furious, but I feel like I don't want to talk bad about them, but I feel like there's aspects where they kind of shied away from the racing a bit and went into just like how many explosions can we put in a movie.
Well, I mean,
but I love it. I mean, it's like it's what the people nowadays want.
At some point, it's like I get it. That is a complete guilty pleasure movie that you have to suspend your disbelief. Mm-hmm. And so I get it.
Yeah, I get it too.
I'm not bad mouthing.
Yeah.
It's just not my cup of tea.
I mean, I like action movies, but I like it when it stays within a somewhat realistic world. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I like the Fast and Furious because, like you said,
you want believability.
I want for some believability, but like I said, if you're not going to do it all the way.
Well,
that's my opinion.
Are you not into superhero movies then? You're not into Marvel and all that stuff?
I love Marvel. I mean, I'm not as into some other people for sure, but I think at the end of the day, I really do appreciate it because I know it's staying in a fictional world, so they can really do anything.
Yeah, as long as you
I
set
don't
up the rules.
That's the thing.
Set up
Setting up
your
the
rules,
yes.
and then I'll follow your rules, like Harry Potter.
Yes, I'm okay with anything Harry Potter because you set up the rules.
You set up the rules. You just don't do crazy stuff in there because I'm going to be like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You know? So I get you.
Like if someone just pulled a gun out in Harry Potter, I'm like, no, you have wands. You don't need guns, you know?
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is. Or like
I'm saying, follow your rules. If it's a vampire movie and vampires aren't supposed to be outside, don't let me catch a vampire outside.
Because I'm good with continuity and I will notice a vampire outside.
Thank you.
No, but I you know, at the end of the day, like I like Fast and Furious. My favorite Fast and Furious are obviously the nostalgic ones. You got, you know, the first and the second, like Too Fast.
How crazy is that statement? The fact that you can even the fact that there's even that kind of thing, that it's been going on so long that you could be nostalgic about Fast and the Furious. They've made 8 too many of those movies. Okay.
I don't know about 8 too many.
Yeah, they're on number 9.
No, I know they're not, but that's implying that the only good one was the first one.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that Matt agrees. We just come to our first consensus agreement here on Gen to Gen. Thank you, Matt. Thank you very much. Let's take go viral. Matthew, they should have only made 1.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to get cast for the Fast and Furious 10. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Is that your goal?
No, but it could have been until you ruined it. So.
All right, where are we at on time?
106.
That's what I'm saying. We're done. Episode 3
just
Gen
finalized.
Gen.
Just to let you know, we do appreciate Fast and Furious.
Do we?
I do want to see F9.
You're so vanilla. Look at it.
It is my favorite key on the keyboard. I want to see F9.
Matt is always running for office.
No, okay.
See him? He's always running for office. I just want to say I support Fast and the Furious, and Fast and the Furious keep making them, and they're great. Like, it's okay to have an opinion.
Okay,
just say it. Fast and the Furious sucks.
No, it doesn't suck. I don't think.
Say it!
No, because I don't think it sucks. I think that there's aspects of it where it's a little bit too unrealistic.
Anytime it's like, there's aspects of it.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I want to be a neutral guy without having
a Switzerland over here, everybody.
No.
Here's Switzerland here on Gen to Gen. Okay, you know what?
Domino's pizza with cheese.
Yeah, that's what he is right now.
Well,
that's what you did.
That's what you get with Gen to Gen, you know. So
all right, well,
we
again,
appreciate everyone for watching and listening.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit us up on all our social media platforms.
Should we tell them about the question?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so guys, we want to start doing something where we involve everyone who's watching this. So if you have any questions, you want to reach out to us, be sure to reach out to us at Gen2Gen Pod on Twitter and Gen2Gen Podcast on Instagram.
Send a video. Like if you want to ask a question, send a video question on the Instagram. That'll be great. But make sure you make it so we can download it. You know? So don't make it one of those like, you know, where you're
sending us a story. Send us a video in your thing of you asking us a question. We'd love to throw it up on the screen, answer it, and bada bing, bada boom. We want to start interacting with our audience
follow
more.
Matt. You guys probably already follow Matt, so follow me at Erik Griffin.
You should have followed Erik, of course.
You don't have to. Actually, don't worry about it.
You have to. I don't want you leaving this video till you follow Erik Griffin. All right.
It is what it is. And we're going to keep bringing you these episodes. And, you know, we want your feedback because then if you give us some feedback, you might be like, hey, I want you guys to talk about this.
Or any guests. Any guests you want us to bring on, feel free to message us, tweet us.
Somebody you saw on Matt's Instagram, and you're like, ooh, I want to hear about that person, and we'll bring that person on, and we'll try. And I'm going to try to get some people too. I'm going to reach out to my Workaholics guys and see if they want to come on, some comics that I know, and so we're going to like bridge these two gaps, to the two worlds together, and that's why we enjoy doing this. And we will see you next week.
Later, everybody.